Hello everyone, this is the Reaper video. Now, first thing to admit, I have not played a lot of Reaper at all. I've only really played like the last hour. This is the last day of the first beta, so I've been quite busy, so I haven't got to play loads of this one. So, you know, kind of like the last two, I won't know loads about the class anyway, because I don't generally play Necromancer too much. Which is funny, I do have all of these as alts, but I never really play them that much. Anyway, so let's get straight into things. Necros got what is called the Reaper, which gives them, to my knowledge at least, somewhat of a different shroud here. Assume the form of the Reaper and gain new blah 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 blah. So it looks like this. You get a fuck off huge scythe looking thing, and it looks pretty goddamn badass, I must say. And the abilities are obviously different within that, but I don't think I'll cover those. Actually, you know what? I will. I will cover those as well, for those interested. And obviously they get the Great Sword. Now, Great Sword abilities are actually... It's not like Mesmer, where you're channeling things at a ranged distance through. This is actually an up-close weapon. So, you know, take that into consideration. Although, check out the fucking health pool. Oh, man. Necro's health pool. But yeah, the abilities are quite cool, so let's just go ahead and quick. Dusk Strike, in fact. Cleave foes in front of you, pretty basic. Fading Twilight, another one. And Chilling Scythe, which applies chilled, actually, which is a little bit of a theme. Yeah, a little bit of a theme within the shouts, actually. Okay, and then you've got Gravedigger, which actually has a... I don't really want to call it trait. I suppose it is a trait within the specialization line specifically for it. We'll get into that in a bit. From a huge swing that deals heavy damage, recharges fast if it hits a downed or low health foe. It's an interesting mechanic. Boink, as you can see right now. Death Spiral. Conjure a drill of dark energy on your blade and rend the armor of foes in front of you. Good old bit of vulnerability thrown on the enemies for good measure. Naturally quite good. Nightfall, cool down a growing column of shadows that damages and conditions foes every pulse. Some more cripple going on there, and some blindness. And Grasping Darkness, conjure claws of darkness from the shadows to attack foes, applying a condition to them and pulling them to you. Gain life force for each struck foe. Pretty good stuff. A little bit of health regen within those abilities. And then we have the new shouts that they have for their utility slots. So we've got the healing, your soul is mine, nice little reference there. Heal yourself and strike foes around you, absorbing life force from each foe struck. Pretty cool heal there, I like that. It's kind of like, it's very similar to the Ellie Arcane Brilliance, except obviously you only need to have tagged each enemy. Actually, you know what? No, I am wrong. It is the exact same as Arcane Brilliance. I thought that the last 5 enemies you tagged would get hit, but actually that's wrong. It is it's like Arcane Brilliance where it will hit the enemies around you. So that's fine. That works for me. Not too bad, especially when you add the Great Sword. You're going to be quite close up anyway. Okay, so then you've got You Are Weaklings. Lovely names, these abilities. Damage foes around you, inflicting conditions on them and granting you boons per foe struck. So, not too bad, especially giving off that weakness. That's pretty good. Oh, and giving yourself some mites. That's always handy. Suffer. Yep. Lovely. Damage foes around you and chill them. Transfer conditions for each foe you strike. Like I say, there's kind of a chilled thing going on here. I believe there's some synergy in the elite specialization tree for that. Nothing can save you. Damage foes around you, converting their boons into vulnerability. Your attacks become unblockable for a short time. The duration increases based on the number of foes struck. That's pretty damn good. Especially if you're getting ganked by a big load of people in SPVP. I imagine that would actually be rather bloody helpful. Rise. Damage foes around you. Summon a jagged horror near each enemy struck. I really like the idea of this, actually. Because I am quite fond of the idea of summoning the minions and stuff within Necromancy, but as for a good build, I don't know, I'm not really sure, to be honest, but it seems like it could certainly work off of that as well. Something I do like about all of the utility skills that have been added into the specializations is it doesn't really feel like you have to use all of them and the specialization. It really feels like you could make a nice mix and match, and that's good because, you know, it would be quite boring if when you pick an elite specialization you only really go for all of the stuff it gives you and you never, you know, customize it a bit. So thankfully there's a room for that, certainly. And then the elite skill, itself, chilled to the bone. Freeze all enemies around you, inflicting conditions on them. Gain boons for each foe you freeze. Pretty goddamn... Well, pretty good. Okay, it's alright. It does have a 120-second cooldown, which is kind of iffy, but not too bad. I suppose there are worse. But, you know, looking on it actually now... It's probably... Yeah, I'll show you some footage of it in action against a veteran I was fighting. So I guess that freeze is actually quite good. Granted, it is only 2 seconds. But... Oh no, it does have a limit. Okay, it's 5 targets. Still, could be very handy in SPVP. Especially for an escape or something like that. Anyway, let's move on to the tree itself. That ain't it. Here it is. Okay, Reaper. So... What was that? Is that something else I've got equipped, or is that... always the case? Oh no, that's from curses. Ignore that then. Okay, so Augury of Death. Your shouts recharge faster for each foe they hit. That's at 7% increase. That is not too bad, I suppose. Chilling Nova. Critical hits against chilled foes cause an explosion that chills adjacent foes. I actually should be using that. Reduces duration of Relentless Pursuit. Reduces duration of movement, impairing conditions. Additional reduction while in Reaper's Shroud. Why the hell have I got that equipped? There we go. Oh, now it's just one whole line. That makes me a bit sad, actually. Anyway, Shivers of Dread. Whenever you inflict fear, you also chill. Kind of handy. Soul Eater. Greatsword attacks steal health. When Gravedigger hits a foe, this is the one I was talking about. When Gravedigger hits a foe, all other Greatsword skills recharge by a small amount. Not too shabby. That recharge reduction is 3%, by the way. Chilling Victory. Striking a chilled foe grants might and life force. See, I went for this because obviously I'm going to be chilling things quite often, so I figured that might be a nice little boost to my power. You know. Decimate defenses. Striking a foe with vulnerability increases your critical hit chance. Critical chance per stack, 2%. Not sure how good that is actually, because it says per stack. I mean, naturally, just a 2% increase to crit chance would be abysmal. But I'm not quite sure on that one. I see. Okay, basically the way that's going to work then is per stack of vulnerability, it will increase by 2%. So, you know, if it was 25%, you would have, what is that? It's like, oh wow, that's like 40 odd, isn't it? No, 50. 50% increase to critical chance, wouldn't that be? Something like that. Whatever. So yeah, not too bad actually, now I think about it. Cold Shoulder. Chill lasts longer and chilled foes deal less damage to you. So that's a 10% reduction in damage. It's not too bad, and obviously it gives off another chill, which you're going to want, frankly, in this kind of build. Blighter's Boon. Gain life force when you gain a boon. If you are in Reaper's Shroud, gain health instead. I don't know. I guess if you're with a Guardian or something, sure. But otherwise, not really that useful on its own. Definitely chill. Chills deal damage with additional damage to foes below the health threshold. Now, I was thinking about this one, and I did pick it, I guess. Because, obviously, all the chills. That's why I went the kind of straight line here, or was supposed to. I was supposed to have picked Chilling Nova, but I accidentally left Relentless Pursuit on, I think. So that's pretty swaggy, but I'm a little bit afraid that might cause a bit of a through line with the Reaper and make people just kind of go down that. But maybe not. We'll see some variation, I imagine. And then finally, Reaper's Onslaught. Attack faster while in Reaper's Shroud. Killing a foe recharges Death's Charge. And that's a 15% increase to speed, the attack speed that is. So that's pretty swaggy. It is pretty good. So yeah, that's the Reaper. I will show you guys the ability just quickly. Oh god. What the hell's... oh, okay, some stuff going on over there. Right, let's just attack some enemies, get some life force, that's what it's called. Boom. There you go. Oh. The abilities look quite cool as well, I'll give them that. Right, now I've got a ton of life force. Okay, so, just quickly. Life Rend. Cleave foes in front of you. This skill inherits traits from Life Blast. Oh, that's okay. Death's Charge. Slide forward, destroying projectiles in your path. Blind foes at your destination. This skill inherits traits from Dark Path. I assume these are the original abilities. Oh, bugger. That's a bit annoying. Okay, so now I've got more life force. Infusing Terror. Shroud yourself with dark armor that grants stability every second. You may shatter this armor to fear foes around you. Not bad. Soul Spiral. Spin and damage nearby foes applying a condition each strike. This skill inherits traits from Life Transfer. Okay. And finally, Executioner's Scythe. Deliver a powerful overhead strike to stun a single target. Deals more damage to the lower health target. Ah. You get the idea. Not a bad bunch of abilities. Pretty much... I couldn't say if they're better than the original Death Shroud abilities or not. They seem pretty goddamn decent to me. So yeah guys, there we go. That is the Reaper. Also I am standing in AoEs. That's not a good idea. So, that's probably it. Well, yeah, that's definitely it for the classes for the first BWE, but join me in the next one when I think we'll probably be playing the Warrior and Ranger, I think Ranger, Elite Specializations in the next BWE. I imagine, that's not solid, don't take my word on that one. But we'll see. So, see you guys in the next one.